Welcome back. I'm here this week with James. So it's James and James. Quite easy for everyone to remember, I think. And we're both experts in the real estate arena, working with Realiste AI. We're going to be talking to you this week about Sobha One and just demonstrating the case, I think, for investors, how it can work, and also illustrating some special offers that we've got available for Realist clients.
Yes, so James, I'm going to explain a bit more about Sobha Hartland and Sobha Hartland 2, and also we've got the area where Sobha 1's located.
Yeah.
Now it's right next to the E44, so it's very strategically located for downtown, and you get uninterrupted views of Ras Al Khor Wildlife Sanctuary as well.
Yeah.
So it's a very good area for possible investors.
So that's a nature reserve, and it's a beautiful lagoon. It's a home for flamingos, right?
Flamingos, yes.
So you can see them out your window most of the year round.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful sight. And I think that, like you mentioned about the location, you've got on the one side, you've got the new Dubai Creek Harbour location, which, okay, there's part of it built, but the main part of it is going to be a whole new downtown.
Yeah, that's what they say.
They should have the new tallest tower
building,
in the world in that location. Creek Harbour Tower, is it?
Yes, I think they've come up with a few names at the moment, but I don't think they've pinpointed down yet.
Right.
So exactly what it is, but yeah, exciting, and then that's a long-term plan. That maybe 10
That's
to 15
literally
years.
just on the other side of the road.
Yes.
On the other side of the road is Business Bay and Downtown.
Yeah.
You've got the nature reserve in front of you.
Yep.
Behind you is the Riviera. They're going to be building the water canal. It's like 20 kilometres of beaches and everything that are going to be
Crystal
inland.
Lagoon.
Crystal Lagoon, that's right. And that's still part of that Azizi Riviera and Sobha Hartland project. And then you've got the Meydan One Mall, which apparently is going to be bigger than the Dubai Mall.
Yes, I've been saying that for numerous years as well. But apparently 2027, they're looking like that's going to be ready.
Yeah, and a bigger ski slope than Ski Dubai. So there will be 2 indoor ski slopes in Ski Dubai, and both of them are 5 minutes away from the beach. So, I mean, what more could you want?
All seasons in one day.
Exactly. And then on the other side, like right next to so across from, so there's the Dubai Design District, and then the downtown and that. Behind that, you've got Zabil Palace. That's where the Crown Prince and Sheikh Mohammed, they both live in that location. There's not going to be any construction there. You're going to be looking over Sheikh's palace, basically.
Exactly, uninterrupted views of all that on your doorstep. I mean, you can look over that Dubai Creek Harbour as well, and Creek Harbour's just got an island at the moment.
Yeah.
And just behind that is where we was speaking about, is going to be the new downtown, and that at the moment is just all desert. But when you look at the price per square foot, it's actually more expensive than all the Sobha communities at the moment.
Exactly. This is why I think that Sobha is particularly good value for money for what it is, because you've got the prices are way less, probably 35% less than downtown.
Yes.
Then you've got Business Bay, which is just on the other side of the road. It's great for perhaps if businesses and working people, but there's no family amenities there, right? No. Sobha Hartland and Sobha Hartland 2 and the Sobha 1 area, they're really building it like a community within a community, a city within a city. So it's going to have everything like restaurants, bars. There's going to be sports facilities. 2
schools there as well.
2 schools. North London Collegiate. You've got 2 12-year-old twin daughters, right? I mean, I think that school, I don't know if you know, it's like probably the most expensive school in the city,
right? Yes, it's the most expensive on Heartland school. It's a British curriculum, but I mean, people are going to move there, family orientated.
Exactly. And a certain type of family, because you're not going to move there to send your kids to school unless you're a certain sort of level of person, right?
Yes, exactly. That's why it's close to downtown. It's going to attract that type of client who's going to live there in the future.
So it's exciting, definitely. And per square foot, like you said, it's actually cheaper than just across the Creek Harbour, which is not even developed yet. It's just desert. This is well underway. You can drive by it now and you can see all the buildings are starting to take shape. They're starting to put the facades on, the glass and everything's going in. There are finished buildings there. There are schools there, the 2 schools that's all finished.
And a villa community as well.
Yeah. Beautiful villa community, luxury villas. What's the price tag on those? Any idea?
Yes, they're around 25 million.
Yeah, so that's what's that in dollars? About $8 million, $7 million.
Yes.
So
So the off-plan price was, I think, around 14 million. So the capital appreciation in that area has been phenomenal in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's Sobha Hartland 1, for example, is going to be fully developed in the next 3 years.
Well, I think, look, it's location, location, location. This is the golden rule of real estate, right?
Yeah, it's a good British saying.
And up until now, over the years, when they started, rezoning and creating areas where expats could buy, they started with, the Jumeirah Beach residents, Marina, the Palm Jumeirah. Obviously, then they knew that people were looking for villa communities, so then there was your launch of the Emirates living kind of community.
Yes.
So you've got your, Emirates Hills, and all
yes.
that, meadows and that. And then they built ranches too, and all that out in the desert. But I think for years and years and years, there was nowhere where families could really live that was close to the city.
Yeah.
And that's where Sobha and this Mohammed bin Rashid City, which is what Sobha Hartland and Sobha Hartland 2 and all that is part of, that's where they came forward and they thought, right, there's this amazing place where people want to live.
Yeah.
It's going to bring all of those, family orientated type people to the closer to the city where they need to be.
And I mean that's why it's going to attract lots of investors, because you're attracting that type of tenant as well. If you was in there for a long term and you wanted to rent your properties out, you're going to have the professional people who probably work downtown in Business Bay and who want to live in a family orientated community.
Exactly, and they don't want to spend 45 minutes going to each way backwards and forwards from work, because they live somewhere in the middle of the desert. They want to live right in the heart, and this ticks all the boxes for that. So I mean, okay, I'm totally sold on the area, as you can probably tell. I mean, hopefully for international investors, they can kind of gather, I mean, where it is on the map and everything else. So let's talk about this particular project.
Yeah, so this project is called Sobha 1. It was released earlier this year, and it's kind of a unique property because it reminds me of the Royal Atlantis. Yeah, it's kind of a Lego brick built building. It has them kind of features, but with the uninterrupted views of like the creek, what we explained before. And it also home to an 18-hole golf course. Right, so nice. The type of client's going to live there. Yeah. I mean, it could be good for long-term rental, for short-term rental, so it's diversified to each different client. So
and these buildings, they're architecturally significant in terms of the design.
Yeah.
What's the sort of quality of the build like?
The quality of the build's very good. I mean, if you've been to Sobha before, you can go into their sales gallery and they actually... You can walk around and see how they build these buildings, the materials used, and everything's designed by Sobha. Yeah. They don't get any external contractors, so everything, all the materials, the furniture, everything's designed by Sobha. So
that's actually that's the story of Sobha, isn't it? They actually used to design buildings for the royal family.
Yes,
is that right?
Yes,
and then,
something similar. Like, yes,
and then they were good at it, so they decided, right, okay, well, we actually do this for the general public as well. And now the guy who set the thing up is a billionaire businessman.
And he actually named the company after his wife.
Right, okay, yeah.
So yeah,
where's the extra H disappeared to?
It depends what nationality I think you are, because I mean, us as British, we say Sobha, but when I speak to other investors, it's like Sobha.
Yeah,
right?
well,
So
I would read it as sober, but it's spelled sober, right? But it's like maybe it sounds too sober. Maybe someone said that, make it sound more exciting. So we'll give it a sound at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that area as well. I mean, where Sobha 1 is going to be located, it's right next to Sobha Hartland 2, which is a new Sobha community, master community. But this is only around 2% complete. So they're only just releasing new projects there at the moment. So the long-term plan is probably another 5 to 10 years. But Sobha 1's strategically located right next to this community. So you'll feel like you're in a community at the same time.
So what sort of amenities are actually in the Sobha 1 building?
So you have, like most Sobha properties, you have all the pool facilities. I think there's a kind of concierge as well. But then the most important thing for people is the 18-hole golf course. Yeah. Because that area doesn't have one. So it's going to attract, and it's going to be open for other people and for communities. It's not just for people who live in that building.
So what are the financials looking like?
So the financials on Sobha Hartland 1, I mean, when we look at this, they release these buildings as free A, B, C, and D. So different towers. Now the original A building, the off-plan price was around 1.2 to 1.3 million. Yeah. Then obviously they increased the price per building, and a lot of the apartments sold out in the first couple of towers. And at the moment, they do have a few available, and they range from 1.4 to 1.8 million for a 1-bedroom. So roughly around, let me have a look at the screen now. So yeah, for a 1-bedroom, well, this one I have particularly is like 1.8 million, and the square foot is around, let's have a look here, is 807 square foot.
Right.
So it's very attractive for investors, and also with Realiste as well, we actually have discounts on some of these apartments, so we can provide that to our clients as well. Now, the one in particular in mind I have here, on a discount, we can get the property for around 1.4 million.
All
and
right.
we have different options available and different buy terms as
Yeah.
well.
Okay, so that actually brings the price down below 2,000 dirhams per square foot, if that's the
Yes.
case, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be about 1,800, 1,900 per square foot,
Yes.
which is a good 100,000 US lower than the equivalent other apartments in
Yes,
that
in the market,
building
yeah.
that are right now on the market.
Yeah.
And you're going to have also some special features that are available that only, I think, Realist clients can
Exactly.
obtain, right? There's no other broker or agent or any other, even the developer. And that is that we are able to do some sort of guaranteed either return
Yes.
in terms of yield or guaranteed buyback.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the couple of options we have is, if you purchase a property and you want us to buy back off you in a set period of time,
Yeah.
then that can be arranged. Or we also do like a hedge option. So the hedge option means if we project that ROI to say 24% in the next 3 years, and it doesn't reach that, we would compensate the amount.
So you'll make up the difference if
Yes.
it's a shortfall.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a compensation.
So this is where, we're relying on the analytics and the AI to make the projections.
Yes.
And this area, we believe strongly it's got a high growth potential,
Yeah.
mainly because of the location being undervalued compared to surrounding locations. And as it gets more and more developed, it's going to gravitate to the value of the surrounding locations and probably even exceed them, because in terms of amenities it will be actually more desirable to live there, I would say.
And also it's going to be that area, say the next 10 years, that whole area will be fully developed, and then you'll be looking across the road into Dubai Creek.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it kind of reminds me of when I first came here. So I came here at the end of 2007, and I was working in a low-rise building that was based opposite what is now Business Bay. Business Bay did not even exist then. And across the street, I could see the Burj Khalifa, which was the Burj Dubai at that point,
Yes.
being erected. And it was probably about 25% done. That was when I came here. The whole of Business Bay was a construction site. Sorry, the whole of downtown was a construction site. Business Bay was the desert. There was nothing there. The back of Al Barsha was the desert. Behind the Mall of the Emirates, I had a business meeting there, I remember, at the business centre, and I had to park my car in the sand and walk across the sand to go to a business tower that was completely surrounded by sand because it didn't have roads and everything.
Did you have a 4x4 back then?
Yeah. So, people kind of, I think, who are not from Dubai are just completely unfamiliar with the sort of pace of speed at which things actually happen and go up here. And, those areas are now pretty much finished.
Yes.
And this area now, we can see Sobha Hartland's, it's well underway. Parts of it are already finished and handed over, and people are living there, and the schools are there and everything. This Sobha one is well under construction. The Creek Harbour, actually, part of it is well constructed, but there's going to be a whole other area, about 5 or 6 times as the sort of area, that's still going to need constructing, but it will happen at a very fast pace. You fast forward 5 years into the future, and that place will be, it won't be the desert anymore. It will be a hive of activity, full of, beautiful outlets and amazing infrastructure, and F&B and everything you could possibly imagine.
I think the long term as well, maybe the Metro link's going to hit that area.
Yeah,
because it is planned to go to Creek Harbour.
Oh, it will. Yeah,
So,
I mean,
that's going to make it more accessible as well. So opens it up to more areas in Dubai.
Yeah, there's some big plans. I mean, for I think the roadmap for 2030 in terms of metro stations and new lines and everything, it will encompass a lot of these areas. So it's very exciting. I think it's nice. Anything else you want to share on this one?
No, I mean, if you're a keen golfer, I'd really advise you to maybe look at this project, because for short-term rentals, the capital appreciation plus the ROI you're going to earn from rental yield, I think it's going to be very good. And you've also got the use of a golf course.
Yeah, exactly. It's fantastic. I'm right on your doorstep downstairs, basically.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, well, so not that there are not any other 5, very good golf courses in the city, but it's the ability to have it right on your doorstep, and it's in an area where there aren't any other golf courses, right? They're all sort of other in more suburban type areas.
Yeah.
So this is the golf course that will be next to the city. So I think it would be a very popular place for people to come who are travelling here to play golf.
Yep, that's right, and that's everything the project. And there's not many units left available on this as well, and it'll be completely sold out. So
yeah, when's the handover?
Handover's 2026.
Right, yeah.
So we've got a bit of time, but I think these units should be sold out very, very soon.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Sounds good. Well, I think we'll wrap things up. Thanks very much for sharing that, James. It's been very interesting. And let's go and have a bite to eat now then, shall we?
Yes, okay. Thanks very much.